All right, October 22nd, live day trading. Scan, survey, submit. So the market just opened 9:31. I have 4 stocks so far that are on my scanner that I'm looking. My scanner scanning the market, looking for volatility, looking for volume. I'm then going to survey each stock and look for places of support, resistance, any kind of buy or sell setup that I can see I want to take. So my main focus is just consistency, setting up and taking the exact kind of setups, the exact stops, the exact profit targets, really in hopes of just gathering the data and then calculating the data to see which trading entries really have some kind of trading edge. So we're going to just scan here for the first 5 minutes, see what we get. And then once we find something that looks like, might have some kind of an entry, then we're going to take it. All right, we'll be back at 9:35. All right, it's just about ready to turn 9:35. Only 4 stocks jumped up on my scanner this morning. So, sometimes that's just the case. Sometimes you only get 3, 4. Sometimes I'll get, 20. But I have to be consistent, and part of being consistent is only trading the stocks that show up on my scanner. That's all I can do. And grab the data from those stocks, grab the statistics, understand what it is that I'm going to have. Okay, so this stock right here, what's the spread on it? It's a 12-cent spread. And I got to take a 40-cent stop. So I can do that. Let me see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a sell order right there. Let me see, where's the start? Oh, low 41. Get in at 41 and stop the 40. Okay, cool. Not available for short. That really irritates me. Okay, so I can't do that one. Let's see what else we have here. DVAX, HAS. What's this right here? 396. The stop on that would be 70 cents. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and actually put a buy order here. Okay, so the top 304, 304, 70. Okay, buy. All right, so what did I see here? Price came down, rejected, and then shot back up. So I'm looking at an entry right here, 70 cents. Right now, that number is very arbitrary. I have no idea. All I'm doing is about 25% of the move. So today, the move, the range of the day is about 291. Let me see. Make sure that's right. Actually, if I go here. The high is 3. Yeah, so it's about. I was actually showing more than that. What was the low on this? The low was 28.50. The high is 31. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So about a 70 cent. When I placed the trade, about a 70 cent was fine. So I may have to adjust that. But yeah, so basically all I'm doing is 25% of whatever. And that way I can be consistent. Every trade, I know my risk is just 25% of whatever the daily move is. And then I can see if that is a good idea. Like, you don't know until you test it a lot. So the whole point of this is just to be very consistent in every trade I make. That way I can go, hey, setting a 25% stop, it's too big. It's too small. Do this trade 100 times and you realize, hey, for this particular setup, maybe a 10% stop would be the best. But don't know until you test it, right? And you got to do a lot of testing. So this is for the long haul right here. Let's go here. Let me continue to look, scan the market, see if I see any. Oh, look, it might come down and tag me in. We'll see. Okay, keep going through. Kind of missed my entry. Let's see if it hits my entry. It's only 4 stocks, so there's not really a lot to look at. Not really a lot to look at here. Oh, it looks like it might hit me in. All right, so everything I'm looking for is the long game, right? I'm looking at 5-10 years from now, and I got to build the stats. I got to understand how the market moves. A lot of this trading education doesn't really give you probabilities. It just says, hey, here's a bull flag, here's this, here's that. But you don't really have any kind of grasp on the probabilities of, okay, so if I get in here, is it going to move 2 to 1 in my favor? Is it going to move 1 to 1? What should I do with that? You know what I mean? So my whole exercise here is taking the time to understand the probabilities, to understand what's going to happen, what has a probabilistic edge. No more guessing. No more guessing. I spent years guessing and kind of over it. So I want to really pay attention to the stats, to what the probabilities are. And I don't have those yet. And nobody on the internet seems to be giving them out. So I have to find them for myself. Okay, so that's about 25% when I placed the order. It's a little bit different now, but we're going to see what happens. Look, it came right to it. So now I need a simple 1 to 1. That's all I'm doing, 1 to 1. I realize in some of my trading strategies, a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, or 4 to 1 sometimes works best. But while I'm gathering data, while I'm going for the long game, while I'm trying to understand this stuff, I'm just going to go a simple 1 to 1, profit to loss. And then what I can do is I can analyze my data, and I capture all the data for the day. I capture everything. And then I can see, hey, look, the last 100 trades, when I did this type of trade setup, if I would have let my trade run, a 3 to 1 or a 4 to 1 profit to loss, I would have, that would have been the best thing to do. But right now I don't know, because I need to do the stats on that. So that's the whole purpose of this exercise, really looking into the future and understanding. Just imagine if in 3 years from now, you knew the probabilities of every trade, of every entry that you do. Imagine that. Imagine the strength in that. Imagine if you go, okay, I know this has a 70% chance of getting a 1 to 1. This has a 40% chance, but the profit potential on this is a 5 to 1 or a 6 to 1. Like, imagine if you knew all those odds in the back of your head, and you can trade and you can place everything based on those statistics. I never see that. Just never. It's always like, oh, well, I'm kind of place my entries here, place my exits there. There's not a lot of clarity. So this was a VWAP trade. And this was a volume bar trade. So we're going to see what else happens here. All right, it just tagged me in. Set my entry here. Set my stop there. Quick 70-cent gain. That's 1 to 1. Quick 1 to 1 trade. So I've been doing pretty decently on these 1 to 1s actually. But the question is, can they go further? And that's really, really what I want to look at. How much further can they go? So what I liked about this trade was it had volume. It had almost 400,000 shares kind of coming in. It tried to go down, and then it broke up. And then when it came back down, I figured that might be a place to get back in because it had broken through that volume. So we'll see how far it goes. But again, looking for the long term, man. I gotta get these stats wrapped in my head. I gotta understand what they are. No more guessing. So let me go ahead and keep scanning the market and see if there's any other setups. Just going through, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Go here, go here. Let's see. This one's, look at that. Look at it going, man. Look at it going. That's why I want to do, I got to get these probabilities. I got to figure it out. No more bullshit, man. No more of these stupid trading courses that tell you stuff that don't. Man, I'm just so tired of it. Thousands of dollars, right? I've spent on this stuff, and I just realized, I was trying to take a shortcut, trying to copy what someone else does instead of figuring this shit out on my own. Everything in life I've always figured out on my own, so I gotta, continue to do that. Technical analysis really, it isn't that hard, but the thing is, technical analysis doesn't really tell you where to get in, get out, as far as, how big a position size, all that kind of stuff. So let's keep scrolling through here. Not a lot going. This one I like to short, and what did it tell me? I couldn't short it. So that's just on this platform though. I think I may trade CFDs. That's kind of what I was trading. I was trading, the whole sure trader bullshit thing, but I wasn't terribly happy with that. The fees were just killing me. So you go through here. The nice thing about CFDs is apparently there's not a lot of, I don't think there's any short sell restrictions. You can short whatever you want. So so what did I got in at? Did this go up to 40 yet? Yeah, that would have given me 2-1 right there. I mean, I don't know how much I would have got filled. It's only 37,000 shares. Not a ton of volume going on in this stock, but see, I don't like this. What is this right here? I don't know what the hell to do with this. Can't trade it. Can't trade it. If I have to think about it, can't trade it. I can only make trades that I know how to mark, right? That I can label, that I can research. And if I don't see anything, I can't trade it. DVAX, can't short it. This one, I don't know what's going on there. This one, it's kind of interesting. How many shares were coming in on this bad boy? 400,000. Let's see what else we got. I think it's really narrowing out. That thing it doesn't know what to do. BMY. A lot of volume though. Hundreds of thousands of shares coming in right here. $75. All right, keep looking. All right, so this I'm thinking possibly short. It's kind of creating this descending wedge pattern right here. The low on this is 18, which is right there. Ooh, may have already. What's the low here? 12. See how the volume. Let's see if the volume's coming in. Edit. Truncate that. But what's the entry? Like, how do I, just the break at this bottom of 12? That's 10. It's already broke that bottom. It came down with volume. So my stop right here would have to be 34 cents. 34. That would actually put me up over. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Let's see. Come on. What's going on here? Okay, so 34 would be 66. Be up here. And 34 would be 98. Go ahead and do this, modify this order. Okay, so it was creating kind of this wedge pattern. So basically it shot down with volume, came back up, wasn't really able to do much from there. And so this volume up here is kind of stuck up here. It's kind of coming down. I don't know. It just seems like the buyers aren't really, doing much. Volume is getting stuck right in here. It dropped huge the last couple of days. I mean, back, let's see, October 9th, the high was $63. So let's look at this daily real quick. So this is where it's at. I mean, this is way up here, and it's just kind of tanked. So, and it's I mean, it's just, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people looking to buy this stock, but we'll see. That had a lot of volume right there, 200,000 shares. That came down, came up with a little bit of volume. I don't know. That might have been a place to buy. I think it's just a place to do something, though. But this kind of descending wedge pattern right here on the 5-minute. Write that down, 5-min, descending the wedge. So the low there is 18.10. Yeah, it's just kind of this base right here. It's not really able to make new highs. So I think that's a pattern I can, just say, hey, that's a 5-minute descending wedge and trade those. So my stop at 34 cents, it's 25% of the day's move. So we'll just put it in, see what happens. See what happens. Not going to watch the stock. That one gave me my 2-to-1. Man, that one would have been nice, but it wouldn't let me short. So it wouldn't have hit me. I was going to place my entry up here, so it never would have hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm watching this high of day area because it rejected. Last time it got up to this price, it really rejected hard. It's coming up. It's struggling with the volume. So I want to see what's going to happen here. Might be an interesting place to go short. The stop on this would be 88 cents. I think it's done, man. I think I'm going to go ahead and just sell. The reason I'm selling is because it's the high of day. This is where it rejected last time. It came up to this price and rejected. And look at all this volume that's coming in, and it's not really. It's having problems. All right, so 88. I would put it at what's that? 90. 88 and 6 is 94. It's not really a great place to have a stop, but hey, that's what I'm doing right now. I got to put it where I called it. 94. And then 06. Let's see, dollar would be 06. 12 would be 18. Where's it at? Modify this order. There we go. So my little 2-to-1, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But again, that's a repeatable trade. It's high of day, previous high, rejected pretty hard, came back up. It got stuck there with a lot of volume, like buyers were trying to push it higher and it's not going. A lot of people, oops, what did I just do here? So a lot of buyers came in, it's not going. So hey, we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to watch it. I don't watch trades. That one's still stuck there. I sold it right here, just kind of meandering, so we'll see what happens. All right, this looks like interesting place to go short. Again, it hit that volume. Volume wasn't able to go higher. My last one tagged me out, but that's okay. So, but the problem with this is 24-cent spread. Oh man, 76. It'd be 74 cents. I like this. It's right around this 9 EMA, which I've noticed tends to be area of resistance / support. So let me go ahead and sell this. I'm going to put in a 74-cent stop. So that's, where's the highs? Up here. 50. So if I do right here at 374, would be way up here. Yeah, I don't picture it going higher than that. I'm going to go and sell that. See if it hits. 74. So again, with this is all paper trading. So my 74 is the 74 shares, but really that's just so I know what my stop price is, 74 cents above. That way when I'm doing all my analysis, I know exactly where I'm getting in, where I'm getting out, able to keep me honest and everything. So we will see what happens with that. Let's go back over here. Yeah, this, I knew it as soon as I placed the trade and I was in the trade, that having my stop right under this 33 was a horrible place to have a stop, but I already placed it. And I can't move my stop. I can't, because it's part of my rules. I can only do, my stops have to be 25 cent or 25% of the range. Okay, let's see what just happened over here. Okay, that tagged me in. So let me go ahead and add my 25% of the move. It's going to be 74. 3607, so 74, 81, 93, 81, 84 right there. Submit. And I want to get in 74, which would be 9203. Modify order 9203. There we go. Oh, that's not right. 9303. What the hell am I doing? What's going on here? 92. Where did I get in? 9203. Something's just not looking right to me for some reason. Oh, 9307 is when I got in. Okay. Okay. So it'd be 30. 37. 33. There we go. All right, cool. So again, have my 1-to-1. I think it can come down to this price fairly easy. It's 481. Okay, that all looks good. So we'll see if this thing keeps climbing up or if it comes down. So I like it because there was volume, came up. You know, again, it had these areas where it hit and then it rejected. It's kind of creeping up, but then when it does get the chance to kind of break it, it does break with some volume. This is actually higher than these over here, but it's not able to sustain the break. And then it just kind of meanders. So we'll see. You know, that may be a good viable strategy. It may not. It may be a horrible strategy. I don't know. That's why I'm collecting the stats on all this stuff. All right, so it's right around 10, well, almost 10:40, so I'm getting ready to call it a day. Two winners, two losers. Let me see here. The last one that just tagged me out was this. Again, kind of set my stop at a pretty stupid place, just below the 94. So I got to work on where to place my stops. And this might just be a horrible strategy, right? I don't know yet. Buying the break of the top, selling it. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to look into, see. That's why I'm doing this, to really understand what the stats are. This would have been a great one. I only did 1-to-1 right here, right? I risked, this is how much I risked, this is how much I won. But look, if I would have let it go 3 or 4, topped out at 34.22, I got in at 30. So yeah, that would have been at least probably like a 5-to-1 trade. That would have covered everything else. Anyway, all right, cool. See you tomorrow.